Hello, let us hear it. It is now June 1st, so we all know that means that the NBA Finals has started. Now, my finals prediction, as you see, I have my Nuggets shirt on, so I have the Nuggets winning in six. But when the Heat end up winning Game 7, everyone in the comment sections of the NBA Finals post, they were saying Nuggets in four, Nuggets sweep, Nuggets this and that. But I feel like it's time to finally credit the things that the Miami Heat have done. So over the course of the postseason, the Miami Heat have been the underdogs in every single series, and they found a way to to get the job done. Now in the first series, Giannis was hurt, so that played a big part. And then second series, um, you ran into a Knicks team that probably you know really the Knicks team wasn't supposed to be there. Um, According to the preseason rankings, but they were there. The Knicks are a great team, but in that series, Miami once again was the underdog and they got the job done. And now in the Boston series, that in those first three games, that was probably the best Miami Heat basketball we have seen in the postseason. From just getting contribution production from Bam in the first game, Caleb Martin all 7 games. Jimmy doing what he does, Duncan Robinson coming up big. You know, if Miami is able to get that type of production in the NBA Finals, I feel like this series can definitely go to six, and if not six, then maybe they stretch it to Game 7. Now, in the Miami series, well, in this NBA Final series, Jokic has historically killed the Miami Heat, and the Nuggets have won 6 straight games against Miami, and then this season, their first matchup came on December 30th in Denver, and it was a 124-119 Nuggets win, and then the second matchup came on February 13th in Miami, and Nuggets won 112-108, and no Gordon or no Jamal Murray in that second matchup. Now, in the first game, Tyler Hero, excuse me, Tyler Hero had 26 points, and Tyler Hero hasn't played all playoffs since the first game of the Bucks series. So when that injury was occurred, they said that if the Miami Heat could get to the NBA Finals, he may be able to come back. So who knows if Tyler Hero's able to come back for this series? There's been zero word about his injury since he got hurt. So honestly, I don't even know if they risk putting him out there. This, I'm not saying like he's gonna hurt the team, but the Miami Heat have been able to get here without him. So why throw him out there? So if he's not 100% ready, in times where he can hurt the team, maybe he's not able to dribble as well as he could. Costly turnovers can happen. So it's just what the medical team says, what Eric Spoelstra wants to do. But in the second matchup, Jokic had 27, 12, and 8. Jimmy 24, 10, and 9, and then Max Juice also had 23, and then Vincent had 15 and Bam had 19. So in that game, Miami Heat were getting contributions from literally everyone on their roster. Strus had 23, and I don't even think he had 20 points at all in this whole playoff series. So and they still lost the game. So and no Jamal Murray or no Gordon played that game. So it's like the Miami Heat played their best basketball and ended up still losing. Now it is the playoffs now. Well, it's the finals now, so it's a whole different game. It's a whole different coaching. Adjustments are made mid game. You're able to see this team multiple times. You're just focusing on this team's film. So maybe like in my prediction for game one, because game one is today. My prediction is Jimmy Butler scores 35 points. In two of the three game ones throughout this playoffs, he has had 35 points, and I feel like we can get another historic game one from Jimmy, and I believe that the Miami Heat will win this game. You know, the Miami Heat are have been they were in a 7 game series with the Boston Celtics, so they're fresh. They've played basketball, and the Nuggets swept the Lakers, so they haven't played since last Monday, and or maybe yes, last Monday. So it's been a long time since the Miami Heat. I mean, the Nuggets have played some basketball, and I'm not saying that's a big adjustment going into game one, because I know that these they've had practice, they stayed conditioned, but I'm just riding with the team that's coming off playing basketball, who has a momentum of closing out a game seven in Boston. Um, they also had the experience being in the NBA Finals, although it was in the bubble. But um, Jimmy is, we seen what he did in that 2020 Finals. Now also there's been a lot of talk about the games being played in Denver. It has been an advantage during this playoff run, and we have seen that um throughout the playoffs. The Lakers getting off to some slow starts, the Suns getting off to some slow starts. But if Miami also gets off to a slow start, we have seen the Miami Heat come back in fourth quarters, in third quarters. Making these runs. So if this game does start, if the Miami Heat start off slow, I won't be too shocked if they start to make it a game in the second half. Now, the Denver Nuggets are a team that you don't want to play with when it comes to having to make these comeback runs. But we also seen the LA Lakers, do it in game one, where they almost came back and won game one. But I feel like you know, this finals matchup is a matchup that not a lot of people really want it, and I feel like that's why it has been getting some hate. Especially when we seen the Miami Heat go up 3-0. That's when it was getting the most hate. But I feel like like I said before, you have to respect what the Heat have done. They're playing some great basketball right now, and I feel like we're getting the two best teams that have been playing the best basketball in this playoff series. And also, like I said, I had the Nuggets winning in six. And there's been a few talks about that this Jokic ring won't really count because of the teams that he have played. He has played the 8 seed Timberwolves, the 4 seed Suns, and the 7 seed Lakers. But regardless of seeding, that Western Conference seeding, all any of those teams really could have been a top five, top four seed. So it was just the West was so deep and so good, and not only was the West so good, but you have to credit the Denver Nuggets for being the most consistent team throughout the regular season. They had the best record in the West for a reason. They were the most consistent. They were the best coach, and they played the best team ball. So this playoff, the teams that they ran into the playoffs, it was just. I'm not saying that the teams that they ran into were easy, because you played a Devin Booker and KD duo, you played a LeBron and AD duo, and you know it's just a reward for doing the job in the regular season. So and I feel like they had a little load managing with Jamal Murray, but when you have a two-time MVP like Nikola Jokic, who's able to get things done on his own, as he's done before, when Jamal Murray and Michael Porter had been hurt, it's just a reward for doing your job in the regular season. So as regardless of they say that this ring shouldn't count. Yes, it's an absolute deserving ring. Jokic has played great all postseason. He's averaging a triple double going into the NBA Finals, and it's just a testament to to what the Nuggets have done all season. You know, they've been the best team all season, and I said that uh from um from the first series of the playoffs. You know, the Nuggets have been the best team. I just didn't think that they were able to play this type of ball in the playoffs and get to the NBA Finals. That's why I had the LA Clippers. Sorry. That's why I had the LA Clippers um getting to the NBA Finals, but you know Paul George was hurt, and you know I'm glad that we're getting the Nuggets in the NBA Finals because on ESPN talk shows the Nuggets are never headline. You know, it's always talked about who they're playing. They're never giving credit to what the Nuggets have done all season. Even leading up um to today's game, you know, all the talks are about can Jimmy Butler get this done? Can Jimmy Butler do this? Can Jimmy Butler do that? Why not talk about what the things that Nikola Jokic has done? Why not talk about the things Jamal Murray has done to get this Nuggets team here? You know, we're finally able to see what a healthy Nuggets team is able to do. Um and it's probably gonna result in an NBA Finals championship. Now, um, will I be upset if the Nuggets don't win a championship? Yes, but also I will be happy for Jimmy Butler. You know, Jimmy Butler um played with D Rose, my favorite player in Chicago, and you know, for the years that they were together, you know, I felt like they could have gotten a ring together. Um, but you know, injuries happen for Derrick Rose, and you know that was a big part of it. But you know, I'll be happy for Jimmy, and you know, I'm just glad that we're able to see two well coached and talented NBA teams go at it in the NBA Finals once again. So I feel like that this finals matchup needs to get some more respect um going into the games, and you know I feel like this could be you know a really great and underrated final series. So my question that I leave you guys with is, who do you guys have winning the NBA Finals and in how many games?